Hey guys, welcome to my channel and to a What You Warmin' video where I go over what I've been melting and normally burning, but I don't have any candles for you this time around. Again, I was trying to get through a bunch of my Scentsy wax finishing up for my fall fragrances. It's been a minute, so I'm sharing all my fall stuff that I got done. I've been super busy. November was crazy busy. December has been super busy as well. So I have a minute to get this done. And so that's why I haven't had a ton of videos for you guys. And I'm super sorry about that. So let's jump into it. So it's an empties video and what I've been warming or what I was warming finished up for the fall. And I'm now into melting my winter fragrances. So the next What You Warming will be about winter fragrances. And so hopefully I'll have candles with that one too, finally. So let me just show you the non-wax stuff first that I got through. So I got through from our laundry line, the Wash Your Whiffs in Scentsy Clean. This was a super strong fragrance. It was one of those normal laundry type scents. I wouldn't get it again just because it was something that you can just get at the store anyway type scents. So it wasn't a favorite, but it did perform really well. So done with that. So if you don't know what Wash Your Whiffs are, they are a scent booster in your laundry. They do not clean your clothes. They just add fragrance to your clothes. My favorite, still my favorite out of all the ones I've tried. I haven't tried every single laundry scent, but out of all the laundry fragrances I have tried, my favorite is still Jammy Time. That one is the best in my opinion. Then I finished 2 laundry liquids in Palm Beach Breeze, which is a nice tropical, fresh scent. It is very good. I do enjoy that one. And then this was from the summer collection, just finished Fiji Flower. It's a nice tropical floral scent, very strong. That one is very strong. And then I finished in the hand soap, Hibiscus Pineapple. So the hand soaps, they look like they're barely any soap in it, but the ounces are actually only like a tiny bit less than Bath and Body Works soaps. It's just that the container is different. And so it looks like it's a lot less compared to Bath and Body Works. But I love our hand soaps. They're awesome and you get favorite fragrances in them. So that's a plus. And you only need to use the pump. Will pump a ton into it, but I barely push the pump because it actually just at the tiniest amount will wash your hands really well. So it does end up lasting a while. So hence why I still have Hibiscus Pineapple. I started this one in the summer, like end of summer. No, like middle of summer. And I just finished it in November. So, okay, on to the wax. So I finished some, most of them are Scentsy wax bars. Like I said, I was trying to get through a bunch of my fall stash. So mainly that's what I have to show you today. But I do have a few from other companies as well. This one, Vendor Wax, Super Tarts, Arrow. This is black pepper, moss, silver birch, peppermint, and rain. It's a very earthy kind of masculine scent. It was nice. Probably wouldn't purchase this one again though, but I did enjoy it while I had it. Next up from Goose Creek, this is Auburn Lake. This is a very earthy scent. It's herbal. It has patchouli. So if you don't like patchouli, you probably wouldn't like this one, which I normally am not a fan of patchouli, but it was mixed with other things. I think there's evergreen in it and other wood type fragrances. The mixture, I ended up not minding the patchouli in it. So that's Auburn Lake, finished that. From Super Tarts again is Buzz Off. This one I would get again. I still have a bunch of it. It lasts forever. The notes are honey, dipped apples, maple, marshmallow, waffle cone, and vanilla bean. It is honey heavy. So if you don't normally like honey, you might not like this, but it's good. It is delicious. It's a yummy scent. So that's Buzz Off. Okay, I finished Perfect Pumpkin Pear. This was not from this year's catalog. This retired. Not a favorite. It was in the clearance section. It might still be in the clearance section right now. I don't know. I personally do not like it all that much. I like it enough that I finished it, but I would not repurchase. So that's Perfect Pumpkin Pear. It just has a weird kind of cologne quality to it. It's like pumpkins and pears. The pear they used in it maybe kind of gave off a cologne quality. I don't know. Not a fan. Okay, this one I do love, and it is in my club, my Scentsy club, which is our subscription service that allows you to get bars even after they've retired. Scentsy will still make them for you. It doesn't cost any extra, and you get awesome perks like the Always Get My Bar perk. So Toasted Acorn and Oak, such a good scent. Oh, so good. It's nutty and cozy and spicy. It's like nutmeg and that acorn and oak. It's really good. It's so yummy. Okay, so that's in my club. Like I said, I would repurchase Villains Dark and Devious. I know there's mixed reviews on this one. I actually enjoy this one. I don't think enough to get it again, but it is different, and that's why I like it. Scentsy went for the more creative route with this scent. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. It's earthy. It's a little bit smoky. It fits the theme of this bar, the conceptual theme of it, super well. So that is Disney Villains Dark and Devious. And then this was a Bring Back My Bar in December of last year. Painted Leaves. This one's so nice. If you're looking, if it ever comes back, if you're looking for a fall scent that doesn't have spice, this is a nice change of pace. It does feel like those fall leaves that have fallen to the ground. The air is kind of crisp. It's so good. So Painted Leaves. Really enjoy that one. It was in my, I think it was in my club at one point in time, but I have since removed it. But I still have quite a bit left of this one, and then I think I have one more bar. So this is one I was happy to be done with. Ember Hollow. This also came back with Bring Back My Bar last December. I don't hate it. I know there's some people that think it's the worst scent ever. I'm not one that hates it like that, but I'm not a fan of it either. It's a very savory spice type scent. I know some people have described it as like your house smells like curry type of scent. It feels like you're walking through an open air marketplace in Morocco is kind of the feel you get from it. Like I said, I didn't hate it, but I'm very glad to be finished with it. So that's Amber Hollow, one that I do love. This was from the International Wax Collection. It was in my club, but I have removed it. But I think I have one more bar left. That's Pacific Sandalwood. This was the best from the collection, in my opinion. It's so pretty. It's a vanilla, but more of like a floral vanilla. And then you get that woody sandalwood, but it doesn't come across like overly, because sandalwood is used in cologne or perfume quite a bit. So you kind of, in some sandalwood scents, get a cologne-ish aspect to it, but this one you don't. It's beautiful. It's such a pretty bedroom type fragrance, and it lasts a long time. So that is Pacific Sandalwood. Finished the Mandalorian Air of Adventure. This is such a nice scent. This is another one that was in my club for a minute there. I think it's back. I'm pretty sure that it's in the cloud. It's on my website right now. I'll have my website in the description for you because they just released some Star Wars buddy clips. They have the baby Yoda buddy clip, and they have C-3PO, although he may be out of stock. I don't know. Some of them are out of stock, although I think there's going to be coming back into stock. And then R2-D2 buddy clip too. Anyway, so for the release of those, they re-released this scent. It's so good. Another one that's unique. It has like a sweet mint, like a wintergreen. I think they described it as a silver mint. And then there's like a woodsy quality. And yeah, there's some sweetness, but it's like a feminine and masculine scent at the same time. Only thing is isn't like a open room concept type fragrance. Is for smaller areas for me anyway. I've had it melted in smaller areas, but it's super nice. So highly recommend this one. Next, I finished Breakfast in Bed. This one came out last year. It was brand new, last year's fall winter catalog. It's a really nice waffle, raspberry, pumpkin mixture. Very nice bakery scent. So that's Breakfast in Bed. Then I finished up, this was also along with Toasted Acorn and Oak, from the Harvest Collection 3-pack, Cranberry Pumpkin Spice. This one's really nice. On cold, it was kind of generic to me, but warming, that cranberry came out in it and just kind of it made it feel more original of a pumpkin type scent. It was really nice. The spice in it, I think, is heavier than the spice in Toasted Acorn and Oak. It's more cinnamon, whereas Toasted Acorn and Oak, I think, is more nutmeg heavy. Very, very good scent. I wouldn't be surprised if this came out in the fall winter catalog next year as one of their, regular catalog scents. One of my favorites. This will go in the back in my club when the new catalog season starts or before it starts, and that is Autumn Road Trip, because I never want to not have this scent. So good. Still one of my favorites. It's a fresh apple, fresh pear, and oak undertone to it. And the pear is noticeable because sometimes pear, especially when paired with apple, kind of gets lost in the mix, but you definitely smell pear in this one. It's so good, so crisp and juicy and fresh, so nice. So that is Autumn Road Trip. I finished from the Frozen 2 collection. This one's called Born to Lead. This was probably not my least favorite. My least favorite was the Sven one, but this is probably close to my least favorite. It's very currant heavy, and I'm not huge. Well, sometimes I like currant in scents if it's mixed well, but like I said, this is currant heavy, and so I wasn't a big fan of that one. I wouldn't get that one again. From last Bring Back My Bar, Coffee Tree. This is a straight up coffee scent. I have to be in the mood for it. But it's one of those that's kind of a good mixer as well. You feel like you're in a Starbucks when you're melting it. So that's Coffee Tree. I finished Pumpkin Roll. This is a nice pumpkin bakery scent. It's cakey and pumpkin-y, and a touch of like cinnamon sugar. One of my favorites from this catalog season, brand new, Graham Cracker Crunch. It's so good. The description is like graham crackers and peanut butter, and I can't remember what else, but from the description, it seems like it would be weird. Like, why do I want to melt a scent that has peanut butter in it? but melt it, you guys, because it is so, so good. It smells like graham crackers with a touch of peanut butter slathered on the graham cracker. But it just gives off this wonderful, cozy, welcoming aroma. So good. So this one will go in my club at the end of the season, unless it sticks around. It may stick around into the spring summer catalog. I wouldn't be surprised, because even though it's kind of more of a cozy fall winter scent, I think it's neutral enough to where if you're looking for a bakery scent, where that I could see that being in the spring summer catalog. So Almond Croissant, this was new last year. It's exactly what it says. It is almond with a buttery, flaky croissant type note to it. Super strong one, very strong. It's one of those heavy bakery fragrances, kind of along the same lines as Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, although there's no pumpkin in this, but along those lines. So super heavy bakery. Just to be aware that it is. So usually I'll just melt 1 cube in my downstairs, or like half it, and split it between 2 warmers, because it can be a little much for me anyway, but it is a good scent. So that's Almond Croissant. This one I do love, from the Frozen 2 collection, the North Calls. This is probably my favorite. Oh, it's so pretty. It's a perfumey type fragrance, but it's got, I'm trying to think, it's sweet, like blackberry maybe, some sort of sweet berry and perfumey at the same time. And then there's an undertone of oak or birch, something like that. There's a woodsy quality to it too. It's beautiful. I would add this to my club. This came out before I had a club, and so I didn't get it added to my, before I tried it. So I didn't get to add it to my club, but I totally would. If it ever comes back, I would add it. This is one of my all-time favorites. Cider, Mill, Pumpkin, Apple, and a teeny tiny bit of spice. So good. Such a perfect fall fragrance. I finished Maple Apple Bourbon. This is one that I feel works into the winter too. I actually, when I got it, I was trying to decide if I wanted to melt it in the fall or the winter. I decided to melt it in the fall, but it does work, I think, really well for the winter too. It's a cozy, warm apple scent. That rum in it kind of gives it a warmth and a almost like a spicy quality. There isn't spice in this, but I think that rum note kind of gives it a spicy quality. And then it is, you do get maple, but I think it mixes really well with everything. But just be aware, there is, you can tell there's maple in it. Spice Ember Glow. I do think this is another one that works into the winter too. This was new in the catalog this season. Another one of my favorite fragrances from the new scents. It's one of those cozy, inviting scents. There's apple, but it's like a baked apple. And then there's a tiny bit of smokiness, and then some spices to it too, and vanilla. So good. Next up, Bright Cider Life. I love this one, but I'm kind of mad at it too, because I think this is what replaced Honey Pear Cider, which had been in the catalog forever. It's one of those that I ended up not adding it to my club last season, thinking, oh, it's going to come back. And it didn't come back. It finally didn't come back, and I'm so sad. And I'm pretty sure it's because this one replaced it. I love this one though. It's an apple pumpkin cider, but there's like a caramel. It's like cider that has caramel mixed into. It's so good. I can't really be mad at it just because it's such a good scent, but I'm still sad about honey pear cider. Okay, we have this one and then one more. This is Orchard Apple and Spice. This was also from the Harvest collection. This is the strong one from the collection. This is very strong. On cold, I kind of wasn't liking it. It was like had this weird floral quality on cold to me. But when it was warming, it was nice. It's cherry and apple and some spice notes to it. Very strong. Orchard Apple and Spice. And then last but not least, I have from, this was a scent of the month last year in, I think it was November. It was either October or November. Walnut Raisin Muffin. I'm about halfway through. This is why I don't normally get bricks, is because it takes me forever to finish bricks. Because I change my wax so often, change the scent throughout the day so often, I never get around to finishing the bricks. So I'm halfway through, which I'm happy about. It's a good scent. It's kind of like Welcome Home. I actually like this one better than Welcome Home. It's like Welcome Home meets more of a bakery-ness to it. But it's a nice scent. And next year I'll finish it, I guess. So there you go, you guys. That's what I got through in the month of November. So the next Whatcha Warming will be winter scents and hopefully candles. Hopefully I'll get to the candles. So thank you for spending some time with me. I appreciate all you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.